remember you came out and said, I'm not going to do an Amapiano record. And I thought you were crazy.
A few years ago, when Nasty C was asked if he would ever do an Amapiano song, his answer at the time was a predictable no.
If any one of my fellow artists are in here, like artist friends and stuff, and you had a Amapiano song, you were thinking I would go well on it, kill that idea right now.
But fast forward to a few years later down the line, the man is now singing a different tune.
I feel like Amapiano and Afrobeats are better than hip-hop.
He even dropped a whole Amapiano project, which sadly became his worst performing project ever. So, for a man who once said that he was never going to do an Amapiano song, the question quickly becomes, why did he go back on his word? But most importantly, why did Nasty C abandon hip-hop? After releasing his mixtape Prize City in the year 2015, which included the successful single Juice Bag, which officially introduced him into the mainstream audience. But before the successful introduction, at the age of just 16 years old, Nasty C would release his first mixtape, which he called One Kid, 1,000 Coffins. The 15-track mixtape at the time showcased the Nasty C, who was full of passion, energy, and buzz that pointed to his superstar future. His project was so good that some of his fans still go back to listen to an unofficial re-upload of the project on YouTube. This mixtape can still fight with some of this current year. Only real ones still listen to this, and with some fans saying that Nasty C was always destined for greatness. To say that One Kid, 1,000 Coffins was a great project would be a huge understatement, as Nasty C sounded way ahead of his time. For a 16-year-old kid, the project sounded like something an old 2009 Lil Wayne would cook up in the studio after smoking a blunt, which comes as no surprise, as Nasty C has always acknowledged Lil Wayne as one of his biggest influences.
And you being like a crazy MC, all about the bars, Lil Wayne or Drake?
Oh, Wayne, bro. Wayne. Yeah, Wayne. I think Drake wouldn't even fight that if he heard somebody say that. Definitely Wayne. I used to draw Wayne's tats on my face like with like a Sharpie when I was in primary school.
Oh, crazy.
Nasty C's pen game on One Kid was almost of a man who had gone through the most, well, in terms of a young man growing up in the harsh environment of South Africa, and a man who was now determined more to succeed. And well, along the way, rack up 1,000 coffins. And one thing that makes hip-hop unique is its emphasis on storytelling and personal expression through lyrics, which the young kid from Durban had an abundance of. One Kid, 1,000 Coffins showed us a Nasty C who was hungry at the time, so hungry for attention that he thought he deserved it. In the project listeners experience, a bold young kid who claims that he's the very best on almost every song on the project, and his need for recognition led him to also release his first EP, Levitating Above My Enemies, which was essentially Nasty C representing his rise above his competition. Since the last time he was a kid and, well, 1,000 coffins that he buried or something, well, this new project was considered as one of Nasty C's early breakthrough projects, as it established his reputation as a skilled rapper who could literally levitate above his enemies. Well, the EP is even still available on Nasty C's official YouTube channel, which kinda really shows you that Nasty C himself is still proud of the project. And although it took him a whole year to drop another project after the lame EP, the patience was worth it, as fans got to experience his second mixtape, this time a well-polished project than the first one, and it's the same project that finally produced his successful single, Juice Bag. The song even got the legendary Gemini Major to produce a remix for it that featured the singer, Davido, and rapper Casper Nyovest. Now, for Nasty C to get such huge names to feature on his first song, I guess something had to be special about him, right? And well, he didn't waste any time showing his fans just how special he was, or shall I say, just how talented he was at this rap thing. Now, during this era, Nasty C was releasing hits that sounded nothing that the South African rap game had heard before. Well, after blowing up, Nasty C released another hit single titled Hell No.
Yeah, I saw how that was dropped and how I was surprised when I just heard people going, oh, no. It's like, yeah, that shit just blew up out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Which was later revealed that it was going to be the lead single from his upcoming album, Bad Hair. Now, this is the part of the story where every rapper signs to a record deal, and for Nasty C, it's no different.
Yo, we out here with Nasty, just got signed by Mabala, Noise.
Well, he ended up signing to Mabala Noise after allegedly declining Jay-Z's label or something. But I don't know if that's true though, cause we all know that Nasty C loves the American rappers, right?
If you could work with anybody, dead, alive, who would it be?
I have a list. I have a whole list. It's Rihanna, Adele, Young Thug, Lil Wayne, Future, Travis Scott, Drake, Roddy Ricch. Shit, the list is long as hell, man.
So him declining Jay-Z offer is just out of this world. I mean, like, some rappers from America, even bigger than Nasty C, say that they'd rather have dinner with Jay-Z than to have $1 million.
There's something interesting online, Jay. I'd love to hear what you think about this. If you had a choice between getting paid $500,000 in cash or lunch with Jay-Z,
yeah,
which would you choose?
You gotta take the money.
People say, well, of course you take lunch with Jay-Z because the wisdom that you would get from him would be so beneficial to you.
So, like, I don't know, Nasty. I don't know. Now, Mabala Noise Entertainment is a far cry from Def Jam, as it's a South African-based record label. Well, at least was. Anyway, it's not really that important to the story. However, for his album's artwork, Nasty C got his fans to email him their portraits showing their bad hair periods. He then combined all those portraits in an artistic manner that assembled his face, and in the process fully immortalizing his fans on the album cover. Now, by including his fans on his first debut cover, Nasty C showed his appreciation to the fans who always stuck by his side and finally helped him get to the top of the music industry. And now perhaps sharing the spotlight with his fans really helped him in the long run, as the album reached number 1 on the iTunes local charts and even became the most streamed album in South Africa within the first 24 hours of its release, and in the process finally making this kid from Durban a household name.
Man, like, you are the youngest dude in the game right now, but how's this feeling of acceptance, of growth? You know, I mean, guys you looked up to, just showing you love. I mean, fans you never thought of. Traveling, I see you from show to show, you're moving around. You even got haters that you're dealing with.
And now the haters that Silco may be referring to could be the infamous Slimes, aka A-Reece's cult-like fan base. See, while Nasty C was blowing up in the year 2015, on the other side of the country, another kid was also blowing up during that time. Following the release of his single, Coldens, which featured the funniest rapper in South Africa, MT, A-Reece gained national prominence while being signed under the worst record label ever, Ambitious Entertainment. See, in hip-hop there's this thing of always comparing new upcoming rappers to rappers that already exist in the industry, and although both Nasty C and A-Reece blew up in the same time period, however, Nasty C blew up first on the 19th of June in the year 2015, while on the other hand, A-Reece only released his song with MT after 3 months of Nasty C's breakthrough song. But regardless of who blew up first, at this point both men had cultivated some of the most active fan bases in SA hip-hop, whom at this point we're debating about who's better between both artists. Now, this is a debate that's even going on today. Even the rising star Ken Cade faced backlash when he had an opinion over the now almost decade-year-old debate.
With A-Reece, it's like constant raps, and sometimes it feels like the topic is being repeated. You know what I'm saying? No, I have to be honest. I have to be honest.
Tight.
With A-Reece, it seems like it's always betrayal, it's always friendships, it's always, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I've had like a wide enough versatility from
You're making
Reece.
a lot of
I'm not even speaking from a fan perspective, because don't get me wrong, I am a fan of his music.
Yeah.
But when we're talking like, would you rather listen to
guys, we have
Nasty
one
or
interview,
A-Reece forever?
So did.
I would choose Nasty C, man.
His comments immediately drew a lot of frustration from A-Reece's fan base. The Slimes took to social media to express their disappointment. In response of the backlash, Ken Kate had to take to his social media to apologize. You guys are unreasonably controversial. Only engage if it's hatred spewed over controversy and comparisons to Reece or anyone in that camp. I do apologize for the way the comments came across though. However, despite offering an apology, the young rapper might have just acted too little too late, as many hip-hop fans and A-Reece supporters began to mass unfollow him on Spotify, and this could prove to be detrimental to his career, which is still in its early stages.
When someone put it in my face like, yo, look at this, for me it was like, oh, you know what, I understand, but still though, it's just like, it shouldn't have been that deep. You know what I'm saying? It could have been handled better, but yeah, I mean, if the bridge is burned, then I guess I'm going to light my way in this darkness with the fire from it.
Now, for a beef that still has the power to destroy entire careers, even almost after a decade later of its inception, and that's from just mentioning it, it's dangerous. The South African hip-hop fans just aren't playing when it comes to who's better between Nasty C and A-Reece. Now, although some of you may think that competition is good for hip-hop, but I'd like to share my 2 cents. Now, please don't cancel me. Competition without direction is just a waste of time, because while Nasty C and A-Reece were both sticking to their own lanes, the fans on the other hand were the ones who were blowing up Twitter, just constantly comparing them. So much so that even A-Reece ended up responding to the comments.
First of all, let me get one thing clear. I do not sound like David. Get the fuck out of here. David is Nasty C.
Now, calling a rapper by their government name just feels illegal, so A-Reece is so diabolical for that one. But then, this was the exact moment that the beef went from being just fans debating online on who's better between the two to a full-on war that's still even going on today.
I liked Nasty C's music at the time, just like how I like it now, you know? But, hey, I'm trying to be out there too, and I thought it was healthy competition, so I done did it. I just did it. I was like, yo, let's go. Like, he became obsessed with trying to beat Nasty, let me put it that way, you know? He just screwed it all up, and I had to stand for myself at the same time, you know? And I took it to myself to say, okay, I'm gonna refer to the pen. And I was like, yo, I do not sound like David. I don't. You know, on a verse, MTV-based cypher, actually.
Now, in the past, I have covered the Nasty C versus A-Reece beef in its entirety. So if you want more details, you better go check that video, but after this one, of course, after this one, so stick with me. The beef between Nasty C and A-Reece has managed to become some of the most hottest topics in SA hip-hop over the years. The beef between the two has always had hip-hop fans divided, leaving both artists' music overshadowed by the other's ability or the fans' comment. Now, for a kid who started his career off by declaring that he would be the biggest thing in hip-hop, well, he was now being constantly compared to another rapper whom, honestly speaking, I think isn't even in Nasty C's level. Well, I'm just talking numbers, so don't cancel me. Nasty C's hard work and talent throughout his career has always constantly been overshadowed by the so-called slimes with their A-Reece's better comments.
Like, since your rise in the game, so to speak, right? There's been this comparison between you and A-Reece, right? And like, you know how social media is, there's always they're always trying to pit some kind of feud between the two of y'all. I just want to know, like, how do you feel, like, how does that affect you as a South African rapper? You know what I mean? Like, because right now a lot of people are saying that A-Reece is a better rapper than you.
But now, this couldn't be the reason that Nasty C abandoned his career, right? Well, you're right, viewer. He actually chose to do the opposite of abandoning his career. By the way, Universal now. Well, Nasty C found a new home at Universal Music after signing a massive recording deal with the company in early 2018. The transition came after 2 successful years signed to Mabala Noise, where he racked up an impressive number of awards for his critically acclaimed debut album, Bad Hair. The rapper basically partnered with Universal Music to take his career on to new levels that quote-unquote included extending his global presence. It's definitely an exciting time in my career, and I'm fortunate to have been given the creative freedom to make the best decision possible for my career. I'm confident that the road ahead will be a fruitful one. Nasty C stated on a news article, but little did he know at the time that his dream of global success was going to be a nightmare. The deal that Nasty C signed with UMG was a distribution deal, and a distribution deal can be beneficial to an artist's career in many ways, as it can help them get their music to an even wider audience. We're talking global recognition here. Well, at least that's what Nasty C thought. So basically, distributors put your music in every big playlist on Spotify. In this case, it could have been the legendary Rap Caviar playlist on Spotify. The playlist is known for always dishing out some of the latest hits to a massive following of over 15 million fans. This could possibly take some of the unknowns of the genre and make them the face of it. So it makes perfect sense that when Nasty C finally released his second studio album under UMG, the project outsold his first album by a lot of numbers. It won him the best hip-hop album at the South African Music Awards. He also walked away with the best produced album award. The album even became certified platinum 2 times. But the problem now was that these accolades came from South Africa. Yeah, sure, the album might have gotten a few spins internationally, but they just weren't enough to get him any international recognition. With dreams of one day winning a Grammy, Nasty C was still stuck, winning awards that honestly no one really cared about. So if he ever hoped of going international, and most importantly, break into the American music industry, something had to change, and it had to change quick.
Been with Def Jam now.
How long's it been? A year now? 4 years? Some change? 2 years straight? Oh yeah, since 2020, yeah, 2 years.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah.
Nasty C ended up signing to another record label in order to perhaps change the course of where his career wasn't headed to. America, and this time he signed to the legendary Def Jam Recordings. While speaking about the significance of signing with Def Jam, Nasty C expressed his excitement about joining the Def Jam family and how it opened new possibilities for him as an artist, stating that with Def Jam he was finally able to dream big and name any international artist he would like to collab with. Def Jam would be willing to make it a reality. The man revealed that Def Jam's global reputation and resources provided him with the platform to reach a wider audience. Now, I know what you're thinking, dear viewer. Hasn't he tried this already with UMG? Well, I guess it was with another shot, right? Maybe this time things might actually work out. Maybe this time he can get that dream collaboration. Just maybe this time he can get a shot at winning that Grammy. However, when it came to dropping his third album, Nasty C wasn't just trying to break into the American mainstream audience anymore. He became one of them. An American, I mean. See, ever since Nasty C came into the music scene, he has always received a massive backlash for sounding quote-unquote too American. And now when it came to his third studio album, Zulume Some Power, this statement became more apparent, as even the man himself, he stated that Zulume Some Power may just be his worst album ever.
It's an album inspired by someone else, and it wasn't like me going, you know what, I'm at a point in my life where I want to do this.
However, like all of his previous projects, the album easily became a success. Now, why wouldn't it when it got pushed so hard? But like all of his previous projects, Zulume Some Power also failed to break him into the American mainstream media. And perhaps this comment better sums up why Nasty C kept failing to blow up in America. The reality is that no African can sell rap to Americans cause they already got it. You'll never do it better than them. Afrobeat and Amapiano is thriving because it's different. they can't make it.
But yeah, I love Amapiano, man. It comes with a different type of energy, bro. Like you can't fake that. I would be faking it if I did, but you can't fake that though. Just look at it from a distance, admire it, you know, be a fan, support, and keep it pushing. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm hip-hop to the core.
But perhaps Nasty C spoke too soon, as after seeing Tyla take home the highest honor in music.
And the Grammy goes to Water, Tyla.
Achieving something Nasty C has failed over and over again to succeed in for almost an entire decade now. Tyla kinda made Nasty C's entire career feel as if he wasn't even trying to be famous in America, as she not only broke into their music, but Hollywood itself.
I love what Tyla's doing. And
Tyla,
yeah.
Yeah, I saw
like
that I saw it on my feed a couple minutes ago before I started this.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, she was on a talk show, whatever. She was kind of doing a dance, like walking in.
Yeah, that's like that, you know. And it's hard, we don't even think about it in that way, but she's like the first real African pop star in that way.
Wow.
Just like she's a new thing.
Okay.
That the world hasn't really seen, you know.
Yeah,
and she only did this with only one song. Funny how she also done it with one record label. Well, to say that the man quickly started singing a different tune would be a huge understatement, as he quickly dropped his first Amapiano inspired song on his now fourth studio album, I Love It Here.
I feel like Amapiano and Afrobeats are better than hip-hop. Live instruments, bro, original melodies, niggas who can actually sing. That's music, dog.
Realizing that with rap he will never be bigger, as the rap world remained divided over the beef between him and A-Reece.
I'll be honest, a lot of my haters are like, they're these automatic autopilot haters because they're super fans of Reece. So it's like, to them it's like, I picked a side. So I don't care what you do or what you say or how good you get. I'm on this side. So I can't show you love.
Nasty C's attention in recent times seems to have shifted away from hip-hop, as it seems like lately he has decided to pivot away from the genre, with the man now dropping an entire Afrobeat inspired joint EP titled Confuse the Enemy. Although the project didn't sell or make as much noise like his previous work had done before, but that's partly maybe due to the fact that he's no longer signed to any record label.
You know, I'm independent now, so now I get to just drop stuff when I feel like it.
Now more than ever, Nasty C's future remains uncertain. Will we now see the old Nasty C coming back? I mean, the Price City Nasty C, the Bad Hair Nasty C.
The States thing, it seems to have slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that on your part? Is that intentional, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, it's intentional, man. We had to so obviously giving it a try, we had these ambitions and all that kind of stuff, but then reality kind of just hits you in the face sometimes, you know?
Now that he isn't chasing the American dream, will he bless his audience with authentic music, or is he really done with rap?
The truth is the truth. Afro beats and Amapiano are better than hip-hop. Like music-wise. These songs are songs, bro. Like, they are songs, dog. You understand? Hip-hop, we out here playing this weird game where it's like everyone is fake rich, everyone is fake balling and fake player, everyone is fake gangster. Like, all these songs that end up trending, like hip-hop songs, these songs are a disgrace. Let's just be honest, bro. These songs, what are we talking about here? We're just talking about ass, bro.
And now pivoting towards Amapiano and Afrobeat. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
Fuck this music shit. I don't love making music anymore, cause it's like what am I wasting all this energy and this creativity for if it's not gonna be appreciated? Like, yo, I'm over this music shit. I'm just gonna figure something else out. I got some investments. In any case, I'll be fine until I find something else that's gonna fucking make me, you know what I mean?